Hello, everybody, and welcome to a very special episode of Too Weird Didn't Watch.
I'm Brantley.
I'm Albert, and it is the week of Thanksgiving. No, that's not right.
One of those. Happy St. Patty's Day. Mardi Gras. Christmas.
It's our holiday special.
Halloween.
It's our holiday special. None of those holidays, though. We're talking about...
We're just going to do the wrong holiday for every special.
That would be a great gimmick, but I do have all of these romance movies lined up.
We didn't think about it in time. We've done all Christmas this time, Valentine's Day for Easter, Halloween for, I don't know, St. Patty's Day.
Okay, well, it is Valentine's Day coming up this weekend, or Monday, or whenever it is. So
at
we
some point, at some time,
are going to deviate from our standard fare of genre films that are horror and sci-fi and go into a different genre, which is love, Brantley.
Yeah, the last one of these we did was Crystal Mingle, which was episode 1.
We had like some weird erotic film at one point.
Did we?
Yeah, we did.
I don't remember that.
I think you're overestimating. We've had a little bit of variety. However,
most of them have at least one monster or weird, creepy monster thing.
I gotta say, this is a deep and rich vein to which we might need to return for non-Valentine's Day stuff.
I want to point out, though, I looked up, I tried to find some, and I didn't look very hard. I just typed in bad Valentine's Day movies.
Right.
All I got was like the top 10 anti-Valentine's Day movies, which I didn't even know was a genre.
Yeah, people like to hate on Valentine's.
I just like the fact that Google took bad Valentine's Day as though I was chastising Valentine's Day. No, bad Valentine's Day. No romance.
Well, fortunately, the Hallmark Channel has got us covered.
Hallmark.
Now, I will also disclaim before we get into this, and I know we're taking a while before we actually start reading, but these are some long descriptions, so this might be a longer episode. I also want to say it's real hard to find romance movies on the Hallmark Channel that aren't Christmas themed. They're very, very big in the Christmas stuff.
Yeah.
Like A Bride for Christmas and Christmas Miracle and, you know, The Christmas Boob Job. Not a real one, probably. Maybe a parody. I made that one up.
Christmas is coming up. Hallmark. We'll take money.
Save up for the gifts that she really wants. So anyway, let's kick it off. By the way, this is the show where we review movies that we haven't seen based on nothing but their bizarre and wonderful descriptions. And today, we're going to start off with How to Fall in Love.
That's super bland, but all right.
Is it a doc? You think it? Well, it would be better if it was a documentary.
If it was a documentary, that'd be fine.
Like, it's just a legitimate, like, all right, guys.
Statistically, this is how it
like, all of you millennials
works.
are staying at home and not wanting to get married and are scared of relationships because of all the uncertainty in the world. We got you. Here's how you fall in love. This is how you do it. But no.
Sounds like that or like an online article. Like, you'd be clickbaited into.
Oh, definitely. Like somebody's got a blog.
Yeah.
Like 8,000 blogs. This does seem like an underserved demographic. Like, I've never seen How to Fall in Love for Idiots or for Dummies or whatever on the bookshelf.
I think they're just assuming if you can't figure it out, that's just bettering the species.
Maybe. We're still here, though. So, like, genetically, it hasn't worked out that we've been...
I mean, we sprung back from that bottleneck like 50,000 years ago. So, yeah, no.
Okay.
We're hard to kill off.
Every time Harold White asks a woman out, it ends in disaster.
Okay.
What kind of disasters do you think it is? It's like,
depends. Is this movie a comedy?
We went to...
I'm picturing, like, if it's a comedy, it's great, like, slapstick. Like, nothing happens to her. It's just, the night gets ruined magically.
Oh, I was thinking of, like, mudslides and tsunamis.
Yeah, there's, like, that would be great.
Want to meet me at Starbucks? Godzilla stomped on the Starbucks
He's
morning.
immune, but his power is summoning disasters.
By
natural
asking people on
disasters.
dates?
No, it's whenever he gets, emotionally charged and he's on a date, so then it triggers.
Okay.
Yeah, see? If he ever runs for the office, he's going to destroy the entire town.
He still suffers from an ugly duckling syndrome in his youth that has haunted him ever since. Wait, does he still suffer from it? Or
I think they're saying, like, he wasn't super good, but now, if it's ugly duckling, then he's super good looking now. And everybody's just like, nah, I used to be ugly. I can't go with you. I don't care that you look like
Or he's a completely different species.
Also possible.
He was
He's a
raised
sentient
by
duck.
chimps.
He's a sentient duck that causes disasters whenever he goes on dates. It's a great
literal
animated movie.
duck raised by people, and he's like, why don't they love me?
It's Howard the Duck.
And he also causes all these disasters, so
Well,
that doesn't help either.
Yeah, have you seen the Howard the Duck movie?
No, I haven't actually.
It was disastrous.
He thinks that he hasn't changed all that much.
Well, he still has feathers.
However, Annie, the pretty / popular girl he knew and had a crush on in high school, parenthesis, who he asked out once and she didn't pay much attention, end parenthesis, meets him again.
That sounds like she didn't say no, she just kept walking. You want to go out? No? Okay, bye.
She was like looking at Twitter at the time, and she just like, wait, what? Did that guy I liked ask me out? Wasn't paying attention.
Let Duck say something? That's weird.
Oh, cool. Rob Lowe tweeted at me.
And Twitter ruins another relationship.
Anyway, she meets him again, and this is... I love this. She meets him again, right? She's blown him off all through high school.
Mm-hmm.
He asked her out. Like, forgetting all that stuff we said earlier, like, she knows that he likes her. Sees him again. Wants him to hire her to be his dating coach and help him gain some self-esteem.
That's a massive screw you.
It's like, listen, you're having trouble getting women, guy who I turned down one time.
I don't want to date you because, in spite of that, I want you to
pay me to help other women.
Help you figure out how to make women like you.
It's going to be a challenge.
As an aside, that's a brilliant scam. Because either it works or he gets to hang out with a girl he has a crush on. She just strings him along and leeches him for money.
So they have... Here's our list of things she's going to help him with. Lesson number 1, self-confidence.
Fair enough.
But it's like you're the woman who rejected me, and I'm having to pay you to teach me how to have self-confidence so I can attract women who are not you. The woman who I'm paying doesn't want to date me, but she is going to teach me how to attract other people.
By being confident.
Lesson 2, breaking the ice, which will be good for all of those ice-caused disasters, like when he was on the Titanic that one time.
He learns how to escape now. Get out with the date.
Lesson 3, the art of conversation. Lesson 4, start sharing. Lesson 5, make her feel special.
She's really phoning this in. Like, I'm 100% convinced this was a scam. And then, of course, she obviously falls for him by the end of the movie. But
right,
she's like, I'll just make stuff up. Just go, what's the most standard things to do? Let's look up the Hallmark channels. We'll see what those movies are about.
Lesson 6, getting close. So is there, like... there's more to this list, by the way, but there's got to be some other woman, right, who she's Cyrano de Bergerac coaching him to talk to.
Probably, but it's more hilarious. It was just
not Cyrano de Bergerac, because Cyrano de Bergerac, like, that would imply that she was into the woman. So it's more like Cyrano de Bergerac is coaching Roxanne to get into Christian. But no. Sorry.
I don't understand this reference.
Cyrano de Bergerac, guy who thought he was ugly, but he's like super awesome, right?
Mm-hmm.
So play about this guy who's an amazing swordsman, like incredible poet, like awesome at everything, but his nose is humongous. And that's not a figure of speech, although it might also be a figure of speech. He might also have a big penis, but he has a giant nose. And he's not very confident in his ability to lure the ladies, specifically the one lady that he's interested in. So he finds another hot dude and he's like, listen, you're into the lady that I'm into. I can't have her because giant nose. But you could have her. I'm going to tell you what to say. I'm a poet. You read these lines to her. She'll fall in love with you. Vicariously, I also get off somehow. Boom.
All right.
Where is the teen reboot of that story? Just asking. This is a legit question. Like, you keep remaking Shakespeare stuff, like Cyrano de Bergerac, right for the picking. The ugly dude who's super good with words.
Which of those two is more well-known to the public?
That doesn't matter.
Yeah,
it's a good story.
If people haven't
10
heard
things
of
I hate about you, people aren't going to be like, wow, this is a really great Shakespeare adaptation.
No, but I mean, if you know Shakespeare, you're more likely to go to that and remake it than something you haven't heard of.
Fine. Whatever. Anyway, lesson 7. Compromise.
Yeah, I like the idea that this is just like there's a montage of him trying to date different women. It's like a training montage.
Each one of those things is a different lady.
He tries to do them all with the same girl, but he just gets progressively further along with different women.
Unfortunately,
it just looks...
the getting close one was this woman who he'd like never seen before, and he's like, and she's like, "Excuse me, this is our first date. You took me to McDonald's."
Cuts to the lady teaching him. She's just like counting bills. Yeah, work on that confidence, buddy.
Lesson 8. Oh man, this one I'm gonna throw up. Lesson 8: follow your heart, because
it's her.
Also, why did she wait till lesson 8 to be like, all right, now that we've been like practicing on this,
we've done all this strict lesson plan. Follow your heart and do what you think is best. I'll take my money now.
She thinks she is helping him to ask out the girl he has seen in the coffee shop.
I don't think she thinks that. I think she claims to think that.
But Harold still likes his quote-unquote teacher. And as Annie gets to know her student better, and wait for this twist, Brantley, because you would have never seen this coming, they find that they like their lives so much more with each other in it. And they would like to keep it that way.
I think it'd be hilarious if they straight up had like a bit, like he gets the actual girl he's going for. She's like, all right, good business. They shake hands, they just walk away.
Or she's just heartbroken because she as like revenge, sort of like,
he just like turns
you
her down.
rejected me and now I got you to teach me to do this. He like reveals that it was his wife the whole time.
No, he does get the other girl, but then like she's like, I kind of like you. He's like, no, and goes with the other girl. And she's stuck standing in the rain.
That's all for how to fall in love.
I hope we all learned something today.
Well, I mean, I don't think those are necessarily bad bullet points, although I do wonder, like, what she did to teach him self-confidence. Like, I mean, you can just say, like, have self-confidence. Great. Like, if you don't have it, it's not just laying around on the ground for you to pick up.
I don't know.
Next up, we have All's Fair in Love and Advertising, alternatively titled Tom, Dick, and Harriette.
I like the last one.
I like the last one too, but they needed to have love in the title.
Yeah, I know.
They couldn't have Tom, Dick, and Love, so they had to do the whole thing over.
It's a brave new world. It'd be fine.
Despite recent success and a history of excellence in the business, 50-year-old divorced Tom Burns is considered obsolete as a Madison Avenue ad man.
Yeah, that happens. Sucks, but it does.
Yeah. Do you think that he's on? Like, do you think that they had this just because they saw Mad Men? They're like, Madison Avenue.
I was seriously thinking that. As soon as I heard advertising, like Mad Men.
When the company where he has long works, CG&O, is sold to competing ad company Rage, led by megalomaniac and image-obsessed Reese Danziger. And that's the end of the sentence. No, there's a comma there. I'm sorry. Tom is not hired in the merged company, and due to his age is unable to find another job, as those in business see advertising as a job for edgy 20-somethings. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's who they're aiming for. Where's the love? Where's the love in the All's Fair in Love and Advertising? I do want to go back. This was a very long sentence. I do like the Reese Danziger name. Like, that's such a great supervillain name.
I was thinking Bond villain.
You didn't even, like, they told you that he was a megalomaniac, but you didn't need to know because his parents called him Reese Danziger.
I mean, his name is Reese Danziger, and he runs a advertising company called Rage. It's a Bond villain that uses subliminal advertising to build an army.
Oh, this is the next Kingsman story.
Or that. I haven't seen the first one.
Well, they, like, cause people to go crazy. That's
okay,
the plan, to reduce global population. And, you know, movies with the environmental message never seem to work that well. Same thing with the, not that didn't work well, but like the villain's plan in that just sounded dumb. It's like, oh great, we're gonna have a world full of rich people now.
It's really hard to have an environmental message that doesn't just beat you over the head with it, or make the villain look like it. Sonic the Hedgehog meant to do it twice, but you know, whatever.
Okay. He believes he can't open his own agency without an existing client. Yes.
You ever seen the movie Wolf?
No.
Jack Nicholson plays a guy who works at a publishing firm, and he gets bit by a wolf, and he slowly starts turning into a werewolf over the course of the movie.
Okay.
And he's getting screwed over by his boss, so he decides to screw it and takes like 5 of the and starts building his own company just to blackmail the guy into giving him a promotion.
While he's turning into a werewolf, why aren't we talking about this movie?
Because I've seen it.
Dang, nabbit. This is amazing.
It's awesome.
Okay, continue. That's it? He just starts his own
Well, he built it because his protege went behind his back to get the promotion he wanted.
Right.
So then he goes and he gets like 5 of their top clients because, you know, he's very well known in the company. He's like, I'm building my own company. You can either let me do that because these people are coming with me, or give me the promotion. And then he agrees, and because he's the wolf, he's more confident. He goes, don't tell him. I want to tell him. So he confronts him in the bathroom, and then he pees on his shoes because wolf, and then walks out. He's like, these are suede. What's wrong with you? You gotta watch that movie. That movie's fantastic.
I will get into that. However, back to our Tom, Dick, and Harriette. He feels even more in a bind when he cannot turn away his violin virtuoso daughter, Kelly Burns, who has unexpectedly come to live with him. Her several $1,000 school tuition, which is soon due, and which he previously told her he would cover.
Well, this just sounds adorable.
I know that. So this is a Hallmark Original Channel movie.
Yeah,
but this sounds like the beginning of It's a Wonderful Life. Which is the most depressing. Like, the guy lost his job. He doesn't have any clients. He's old now. His daughter can't like make it in the job system herself.
I mean, I could see this as like a really kind of like depressing but heartwarming show, like TV show.
Okay.
It's like the struggling old dad trying to take care of his younger daughter who's just got her school tuition. Now she's trying to get a job with that.
Actually, I mean, I do, like, as a drama, this is a cool concept. It just seems like so downer for the Hallmark Channel.
That, and I'm really wondering where the Valentine's Day part comes in.
Tom is an overprotective father who won't let Kelly make her own decisions in life. Okay. Great. I was on your side, Tom.
Yeah, I'm less on his side now.
Now I just kind of am annoyed.
Is that in response to getting screwed over by the man?
Maybe.
He's like, I thought I knew what I was doing, and clearly...
To be fair, she did, like, I don't know if dropped out of college, but I mean, she came to live with him unexpectedly, needing thousands of dollars. Maybe she actually isn't good at making her own decisions.
Well, he said he was going to cover it, but then she probably because she couldn't.
That's true.
So, yeah, he doesn't trust her to handle her own life, plus he just got screwed over, so he's feeling overprotective in that way.
Possibly.
Like, as a character study, this is interesting.
Tom comes up with an idea to get out of his predicament when he runs into a 20-something named Dick Varnett.
Valentine's Day.
A nickel and dime con man who previously conned Tom out of $20.
So now it's a comedy?
Okay, what do you... before we read what the scheme is, and I have not read it, what do you think? He meets, like, he's out of his job. He's got his apartment, like, his daughter living in his apartment.
Probably gas for money. Or something.
What?
Probably saying he needs gas to get back to, his mom's house. She's very sick, blah, blah, blah.
No, I know that Dick Varnett is doing that. Like, Dick is, like, in the parking lot dressed as a homeless guy saying his baby's sick. I get that. Although he'd do better if he was a lady. However, what is Tom's plan here? Tom is needing many thousands of dollars and a job.
He needs a client.
Oh, so he's going
to have the con man invent a company, present it very well because it's a con man. They're very good at that. And then, I have this client. Look how well he's doing. That gets more people in.
It's like, why is your company called the My Baby Died? Please give me $20 for the funeral advertising company. Listen, the guy I hired is kind of a one-trick pony.
He's very literal.
Dick will be his front at Rage. Tom, the creative brains behind Dick. We're going back to Cyrano de Bergerac. It's Cyrano de Bergerac again.
You can't have that name and have him not show back up.
I guess.
I do like the idea that, like, behind the scenes, this guy is a Bond villain. And so he's got this, like, previous employee, this old guy, and, they got all the shenanigans on. He's also fighting Bond.
By the way, we still haven't got to the romance. I assume it's going to be Dick and what's-her-face, Harriette.
Oh, yeah.
However, as the character study progresses, I love this. I love this idea that he's saying, okay, I still have good ideas. They don't believe that I still have good ideas. They're very ageist, right? They're sort of shutting me out. I need you to go be my front man. I need you to be my young person avatar.
Interestingly, they're kind of in a similar quote unquote career, because con man's not really a career.
Right.
but it's about manipulating people to get them to give you money, basically.
Right.
Only in different veins of legality.
I want to get rid of the daughter in this and just have this be like a weird, like a TV show. I could see this being like Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Like just like these two, right, are working together. You have the older guy and the younger guy. They're on the rocks or whatever. I mean, the daughter can be in there, and maybe even the romance thing, but like not the central conceit of the movie.
Because it's less interesting.
Right. And then so Tom starts teaching Dick, telling him what to do, right? And essentially he's just like giving him instructions. But then, again, a la Breaking Bad, Dick starts to, because he's a con man already, and he's not completely stupid, he actually starts to gain some skills, and maybe he starts to push Dick out, but Dick is still very domineering, and Dick is... Man, we need this to be like a whole thing.
Eventually there would be blackmail to keep him in control. Yeah,
like throat cutting and all kinds of cool stuff. Beyond the obvious logistical issues in carrying out the same scheme successfully, which I had not thought of until just now, like texting back and forth, complications ensue when Tom and Dick both fall for one of Rage's art directors, Harriette Fellows. I thought it was going to be the daughter for sure. I mean, not obviously I didn't think Tom was going to follow. Oh, we got a whole like old man robbing the cradle dynamic going on.
Or young man robbing the grave. Well, no, they only like 20-year-olds. So yeah, he's going for someone his daughter's age, which is super creepy. Tom, stop being less awesome as we go further into this.
Listen, I'm rooting for Tom.
I'm rooting for dude. I am, but a little bit less every time we get another sentence.
No, I'm rooting for the old dude shooting for.
He's an overbearing dad. Now he's going after a girl the same age as daughter.
We don't know that she's the same age. It's like she could be. Well, yeah, okay.
It says they hire 20-year-olds. I mean, she could be in her 30s, but that's really sad that she needs her dad to pay off her intuition at that point.
Okay, so the sentence continues, speaking about Harriette Fellows, who, in turn, falls for Dick's entire package, not realizing that his creative brain truly belongs to Tom. We do have a Cyrano de Bergerac thing going on here. This is legit. But I seriously doubt that Tom is actually helping Dick romance Harriette.
Yeah.
I think he's just trying to get a job and prove that he can do it, and then Harriette comes along. Maybe he's also... It could be that. Man, Cyrano de Bergerac, you're awesome. That one time you killed 100 guys by yourself because you got drunk and they were mean to you. What a guy. A further issue with Harriette is that she is relationship shy, being burned in her last serious relationship where her then fiance lied to her. Fortunately, she has daddy issues. And Tom is old enough to literally be her daddy. I made that last part up.
Yeah.
That wasn't in the description.
No, I know.
That is the end of this one, though.
It started strong, surprisingly strong for a Hallmark movie.
I think it was strong.
The premise is awesome. The random falling for that chick. If you didn't have Tom doing it, falling for her, then you could have Dick falling for her, but losing focus on the scheme.
Right. And
so you have Tom cracking down more on him to try to get him back focused on getting money from Rage.
Yeah. Or what if his plan has like a long-term plan to like screw Rage over?
Well, yeah.
He's giving like he sets Tom up with good advice initially, but then when they get a really big client, he feeds him something that just sucks. Again, this is the TV show of this. Of Tom.
I'm wondering if he would let Tom know that he was doing that, or is this like he had planned this?
He's conning the con man.
By that point, he had, Dick started doing his own thing, so he just decided to go ahead and just con him too.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Anyway, not this, but similar.
I'm picturing something huge like Disney or something. I think Disney has their own ad system.
To Disney, and he's like, "All right, the word in your ads that we're going to focus on is penises."
Oh, The Little Mermaid.
And they walk out.
And he's blacklisted from advertising forever because Disney is scary strong.
Next up, we have The Birthday Wish.
Can we go back to the last movie?
Gwen, a director of television commercials, as opposed to movie commercials. Anyway.
We're back with advertising again, all right.
I guess they could be radio commercials. I guess that's true. People do still do those. Sunday.
Well, she's just doing like the, in a world commercials. Just strictly about movies.
but she's not. It's just television commercials. She's advertising Dove or something.
Is it television or is it movies? What did it
No,
say?
Gwen is a director of television commercials.
Oh, I thought you said movie commercials.
Nope.
Well, I'm dumb. Continue.
Gwen, a director of television commercials, has mapped out her life in an attempt to be in control.
Okay.
That plan was devised as she never wants to be thrown for a curve like she was when she was 13 when her father unexpectedly died.
Okay, this lady has deep-seated control issues, and that could be interesting.
It's interesting. I like the
A
implication.
psychological thing.
The implication here is, though, if she'd had a plan, her
Daddy would
father
still be
wouldn't have
alive.
died.
Yeah, no.
Which
I
don't know what he died of, but I'm guessing it wasn't like, unplanned placing of boxes or something. It wasn't a lack of a schedule. He was like, you know what? Let's just go out and...
What do you want for dinner? I don't know. Heart attack. Like,
Never again.
Boom, boom, boom. Right on top of each other.
That plan...
Yeah, I like the idea of her having these control issues over life because she was surprised. I'm not super stoked that it's because of a daddy issue.
Yeah.
Like it's an abandonment thing. I don't know. This could be interesting, but I feel like it's not going to be.
That plan includes being engaged by the time she reaches 30.
See, never try to force
which
those
is
things.
just around the corner. What's taking her so long anyway? Seriously, people, it's not that difficult.
I mean, if she's
if
trying
you
to
want to get married,
she probably wants to have like the perfect guy if she wants control.
Well,
like she set the date.
You're just gonna die alone
by 30, but it has to be the guy who meets the probably not absolutely perfect because if
she has the checklist.
Yeah, if they don't meet it, then no.
She posts on Facebook about how if you can't handle it or worse, you don't deserve her at her best, and that kind of thing. And yes, she's not going to settle. That engagement and imminent marriage will be followed by moving to Los Angeles to further her career. Alex, an image-conscious on-air weatherman, and Gwen's boyfriend of 3 years, knows of Gwen's plan. He who seemingly factors perfectly into those plans.
Weatherman is ideal? I mean, not to judge weathermen, but weatherman?
Maybe she met him in her line of work.
True, TV.
She is a TV advertiser. I don't know how often they go to the studio where their ads are running, but it's not inconceivable that they share similar interests. They're working in similar areas.
Fair enough.
When what Gwen envisioned will be the perfect romantic proposal from Alex. Oh, she helped him plan it, didn't she? Oh.
You don't watch Scrubs. There is a character called by the name of Elliot Reed in Scrubs, and she has severe anal retentive control issues.
Mm-hmm.
And her boyfriend eventually proposed to her, and she said yes, but the ring was too small. So she had a panic attack and told him that that he would have to redo it. And then he asked her to plan it, which blew her mind.
Okay.
I'm guessing it's not like that, and she just planned it from the start.
Poor Alex, by the way. I have a feeling that he's going to end up dumped by the end of this. And he doesn't propose to her, and her plan, he's going to propose to me on my 30th birthday. It's going to be so... But maybe she didn't tell him.
I was wondering, how crazy is she?
She has a wall of, wonderful, perfect, he asked us to our favorite restaurant on my birthday. It's going to propose. And then it doesn't happen, and he's she's super mad at him and just, stalks off. It's what did I do? It's her favorite restaurant. Sheesh. But that proposal from him doesn't happen in any form at all on that day. Gwen makes an off-the-cuff secret birthday wish to be able to see 10 years into her future. And it didn't come true, and then she ended up settling for Alex, and they lived happily ever after because that's how real life works. Not. Gwen does end up seeing a vision of what she assumes is supposed to be her in 10 years. I like that the vision trolls her, and it's actually, it's only 2 years. She didn't look at the paper and see what date it was.
It's weird. I didn't age a day in 10 years. Huh.
I look amazing. It's tomorrow.
It's a flashback.
Why is my dad dying again?
Why do I look like I'm 12?
In 10 years, he comes back and then dies again.
I meet a guy that looks just like my dad. Huh. And it's all from her perspective, so she doesn't notice that she looks like she's young. Everything got really tall in the future.
That vision, which is nothing at all as she had planned. Items in that vision that don't match her plan include living in the suburbs instead of the city, having 3 kids, and driving a minivan. What did she think she was like? I guess people like that.
Did it say anywhere that she wanted kids?
No, it did not. I'm assuming that she didn't. You know, there's that sort of like hard driving city life where they're like, we don't believe in the suburbs and kids are slowing us down too much. And I don't know. Like, as someone who lives in the suburbs with 2 kids and like is perfectly happy, I don't really get that. But I understand that, yes, you do sacrifice some of your life to have kids. And
have you seen that? I can't remember what like company it is, but it's the Never commercial.
Nope.
Just like, it's like a couple, they're like, we're never getting married, and then it cuts to them at the wedding. We'll never leave the city, cuts them in the suburbs.
Oh, it's a life insurance commercial. Yeah.
It's like
she's in that, like a movie version of that.
She's that, only she's I guess she would be the guy in this who's not happy about everything.
But the most disturbing aspect of this vision is that she is not married to Alex, but to Dave, the caring, creative director with whom the ad agency had recently paired her on the commercial projects. Dave, who she only knows casually.
Dave.
Oh no, it's Dave.
Not Dave.
I only know him casually.
I like the idea that is the vision, like, does she just take on the role of herself in the other world, like that one Nicolas Cage movie, or is she just literally like shown this?
I would say she's probably shown it. I mean, just in movie form.
Does she react? Because it would be hilarious.
Oh, like she's watching her older self, like, what are you doing?
Like,
you had kids.
It's like,
you let children pass through that womb.
Why are we in the suburbs? Who are these? Why are there children? What is Dave doing here?
He's the caring commercial director.
I don't know him at all. I don't know his blood type. I don't know what his family history is.
Here's the thing. Okay. Like, she loves to have a plan.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, that's her shtick. She has one now. She knows what the future holds. She knows that she doesn't die. She knows that Dave survives these 10 years. Like, she doesn't have to worry about anything for the next 10 years. She can plan her life around this event. She should be skipping through the park.
Yes, but it's against what she already had planned and what she expects out of life.
Yeah, but she doesn't. I understand that. But I'm saying, like, if what you want is not unpredictability, if you want your life to be able to be scheduled according to a specific thing, change the plan to the future that you asked for in the magic vision that you got, because you asked for a magic vision and that's how that works. Everybody gets one. Everybody gets the one magic vision of the future.
So if she changes her plans to make that happen, is that why the vision came to pass? So if she decides to not do that, would the vision just be like, here's a what if scenario?
Well, that's a good question. That I don't think the movie will get into.
No.
As far as like how much is their fate and how much is she just, oh wait, I shouldn't have taken that LSD last night and wished
like
for a vision of the future.
Proceeds to just like screw that, would it happen anyways, or would she
I'm just imagining
eventually
her, like,
it'd be 10 years later and she just wishes she had kids, and you know, her and Alex didn't work out because Alex is probably a complete tool.
Yeah.
And
I'm imagining her running away from this, and then just like by happenstance, 10 years later, she's in the suburbs with this guy Dave, like, and who has these kids, and his wife's out, and she's like, "How did I end up here? Wait, no, I'm not the mom of these people." Slowly, things begin to happen in her current life that point to the vision being a reality for her future.
Aww.
Again, she's seen the future. She knows that she's relatively happy with this guy.
Did she go to work and see Dave and it's like, he was in the future. He was in the vision. It must be true.
As she and Dave become friends, feelings start to develop on both sides, with Dave not acting on those feelings as long as he knows Alex is still in her life.
Dave sounds like a stand-up guy.
Yeah. Gwen has to decide whether to stick to her plan or follow her heart.
She was with that guy for 3 years, right?
Yeah.
she's probably fairly happy with him. Probably not just about the fact that he fits the mold she wants for the perfect husband.
But
then she
kicker.
meets Dave and has a vision about Dave. That must be really awkward to explain to poor Alex. You see, I had a birthday vision where I was married to Dave, so we can't work out anymore because we've become really close. I dated you for 3 years.
I didn't know you wanted me to propose on your birthday. I was going to propose on Valentine's Day in 2 weeks. What's wrong with you?
My bad.
Okay, so yes, you can understand that this would be a raw deal for Alex, right? For her to go off and leave him for Dave. Because in real life, you can be with more than one person and one of them not be a tool. But this is movie logic.
Yeah.
So the final part of the sentence says, she can stick to her plan or follow her heart, especially as Alex begins to work toward her plans, albeit solely for his own sake. Lightning strikes. Organ music plays.
Was he tired of being a weatherman?
Yeah, maybe he was like really yearning for the glamorous life of journal director's sidekick. Not journal director. What am I saying? Commercial. Why did I say journal? Am I having a stroke, Brantley?
You're thinking journalist.
Possibly.
Which is like 5 steps up from commercial director.
Not in Trump's America.
Yeah.
I do it. This does annoy me that Alex has to be a tool in this for her to get along. Like, you can't have messy. It can't just be like Alex in the raid. Like, why? Why did you leave me?
In fairness, you already have the whole dream thing, so where it's in banning logic just to be like, Dave's great. Just Dave's so good. Go be with Dave.
As a sort of genre concept, that's not bad.
Yeah.
I think that it's sort of like Shallow Hal, right? Where he wishes for, I forget what he wishes for, but the guy just puts the curse on him and says, you're going to see people as they are inner-wise, and he sees the fat girl is hot and because she's good in the inside or whatever. Really mixed messages on that. But the point is, like, curse.
I mean, he sees her as attractive because she has a good personality.
Yeah. No, I understand, but I'm saying, like...
And they may have a lot of gags where, like, skinny girl sits on the bench and launches him into the air.
As a trope, the idea of some random curse that does a thing that doesn't make sense in real life, that's fine.
I mean, it worked in Liar Liar.
That too. There's a lot of them.
Magic birthdays.
It feels like that you could have gone with a more realistic approach to the actual relationship.
Yeah.
Of, like, working through...
But you see...
Does she have a hand in her fate?
See, here's the thing. As a Hallmark movie, you either end with it really sad or end with it really happy and heartwarming.
Yeah.
And if Alex is not a complete tool, then we feel bad for Alex, and there's mixed emotions there. And that's not allowed in Hallmark.
Okay.
You have A or B.
Well...
A or B.
B.
Okay. Brantley wins.
Well, that'll do it for us this week. We had a little bit of a longer episode. I hope you guys didn't mind the little extra that we put in there, but we wanted to have something cool and special, and we might do this again sometime with some Hallmark movies. They're surprisingly rich veins.
Well, we got Christmas coming up. And
Christmas, like, in 10 months we have Christmas coming up. Hold your horses. I'm excited, don't get me wrong, but let's...
Hey,
President's Day, we're going to have some president movies. When is President's Day?
We can read about W. Have you read Christmas Carol? You keep it all the year.
We're not doing President's Day all year. I'm looking up President's Day when it is. Hold on. I'll do the outro in a second. Oh, it's February 20th. That's our next one.
Awesome.
Maybe. Maybe not. Tune in next week and find out, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Subscribe to the podcast if you haven't done that already. Leave us a review on iTunes. Tweet about us. And we will see you guys next week with another episode of Too Weird Didn't Watch.
Bye, guys.
Bye.